Good morning, and welcome this morning to Timeout. My name is Jack Vint, and this morning I'm going to be sharing with you about coming out of the closet and why is it so difficult. But just keep that thought for a moment. I'm going to get back there right now. Now, I just want to say to all those that have been watching Timeout, thank you. For those that have been commenting and sharing, and I want to start a Timeout group, a WhatsApp group. And I want to invite you to join me in that because I want to share some content outside of Saturday with those that are part of the Timeout group. So if you want to be part of that Timeout group, you need to send me your name and your WhatsApp number. You can find our WhatsApp number at the end of this clip, and you can just send it to me. Even if I know your number, I would still appreciate you just sending me your number to say, Jack, I want to be part of that group. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. And don't miss out, and so send me that number. Now this morning, as I share with you about coming out of the closet, you can see my picture here on the right hand side. Coming out of the closet, and before you just rush to your phones this morning and phone the Sunday Times, just wait for the context this morning of what I'm going to share with you, because why is it so difficult for us to come out of the closet? Now, many years ago, and this is a true story. Most of the stories I tell you is a true story, and I normally use myself as an example just because it's more authentic, and also it's least offensive to anyone if I rather laugh about myself. Many years ago, when I was very young, I had 5 sisters, and my youngest sister and I grew up together, and we often used to play games like all kids, and we'd play hide and seek. I'm sure you've played hide and seek before, and if you have, let me know. But we used to play hide and seek, and so I thought I was clever. I would sometimes go and hide in the house to find a regional place to hide, because that was what you wanted to do. You didn't want them to find you. And I would go we used to have those wardrobes or closets that were, made out of wood and stood with their own little feet. They were independent from the wall, and they were old, and they were strong, and you could hide in them, and you could look through the little keyhole to see who's coming and close the doors. And I would hide there, and then when my sister and them eventually would look for me there in the room by the closet, I would throw the doors open and I would scare them. It's a real boy thing to do, but I do remember those, and it was fun days to have. But today the word coming out of the closet, you may or not heard that before, has got a much more sinister connotation. And so I was wondering, because I'm going to share about that this morning, what is it that causes people to struggle? Why is it that people struggle to come out of the closet with things in their lives that they seemingly don't want other people to see? And if I had to guess, I would say these are the 3 or 4 reasons that I find are probably the most common why we do those things. Number 1 would be because obviously we don't want people to see what's in our life. We don't want people to see what's in our closet. There's certain things that we may feel ashamed about, certain things that we feel we don't want others to know about. That's the obvious one. The second one would be that, we are fearful. People are fearful of being judged. People are fearful of being exposed. People are fearful about being rejected. And because of fear, sometimes we keep some of the things that need to come out of the closet in the closet, and we hide it there because we don't want people to know. And then, of course, there is the third reason is sometimes a little bit more deeper, is that people keep things in their closet and they don't want them to come out because they don't even know they're there anymore. They are so deep rooted in that closet. They are so hidden that every time you open the doors, that you're so used to them, you don't even see them anymore. They're hidden in your life. And so the reason why you don't get them out of the closet is you don't even know they're there anymore. You're unaware of them because they're so entrenched in your life, but they're still there. And then lastly, I think the reason why sometimes some people don't want to bring things out of their closets is because we like to keep secrets. Now, secrets are great because they empower us to make us feel like somehow we know something that nobody else knows. and it somehow makes us feel good. But secrets, in a way, secrets are just another way of being dishonest at times, especially in relationships. When you keep secrets in relationships, it's another form of dishonesty, which sometimes can become very destructive in our lives. So secrets. Now, I've can just share this with you that I used to be when I came out of school, I went to the police to do military training, then a CID, and I came from a very conservative home. My mother really, kept me away from a lot of stuff. It was harmful for me, and I'm very grateful for that. When I went to the CID, it was another world. I saw things I never even knew existed, and it was an eye-opener for me, but it was kindergarten stuff compared to when I went into the ministry. I really saw things. So when people come to me sometimes and they say, Jack, what I'm going to tell you now is going to shock you. I want to just smile and say, I doubt it. I doubt that what you're going to say is going to shock me, but I don't say that. I say, well, what is it? And when they tell me, they feel better. But now, really, that whole experience is called confession. That's what it's actually called. When I come and I confess something to somebody, to get it out of my life, to get it off my chest, so to speak, to get it out of that closet, I call it confession. That's what it really is. It's not revelation, it's confession. Revelation would be about that it's never been heard before. It's brand new. Nobody knows about it. But there's always two people that know about everything in my life all the time. That is myself, number one, and the second person is God. God knows everything about me. So nothing about me is really a true secret. It's more confession. And so I want to say, why is it so difficult for people to come out of the closet? It could be for these reasons that I've just said. But why is it important that we do it? Now, it is important because sometimes, we're coming to an election now, of an American election, and next year South African. Every time you come to an election, there are people that are looking for skeletons in the closet, and preferably scary ones, because they want to use it to discredit people. They want to use it so that to demean people. So they look for skeletons in the closet. So we need to be careful that we don't have any skeletons in our closet, because they are scary to start with. But the worst thing about skeletons in our closet is that they take up the space. They occupy prime real estate in our lives that is vital for us to function. And when they are there, whether we know it or not, they take up valuable space. So we need to get these things out of our lives, because we need to put back into that closet. There's a scripture that says in Matthew that the wise man, or the storekeeper, or the storehouse, he brings new and old things out of the storehouse of his life, his closet. He brings brand new things and old things out, in and out. We need to take things out and we need to bring things in if we're wise, because the things we need to bring in are the things that are vital for us going forward. The new things are the colors in our lives, the new garments we're going to wear, the new opportunities, the new excitement that we need to propel us forward, the new ideas. We need to fill our closet with those things, and we need to make space for them by taking what is old out of the closet and exposing it, so that we can bring in new things that can take us forward. So I want to encourage us this morning to not be afraid to take things out of the closet, to come out of the closet and to say, yeah, they are, and to get rid of those things that are old and to receive that which is new in our lives, because that's where the opportunities lie. That's where the excitement lies. That's where the freshness lies. And I want to say to you this morning, you deserve to have that in your life. And I want to encourage you today, just go out and do it. My name is Jack Vint. You've been watching Timeout. God bless you.
You unravel me with a melody. You surround me with a song.